Hi everyone, last time we have revised Cartesian product of two sets. So let us begin with the Cartesian product only. Let us consider set A is equals to some few students from your class, that is Nisha, Khushi, Robbins and Sahil. Now set B is A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. Now if we take Cartesian product of A and B, we will get here A cross B is equals to Nisha A1, then Nisha A2, Nisha B1, then Nisha B2 and so on. Actually we will total here we will get 24 such order pairs. Okay. So A cross B, number of A cross B is equals to number of A multiplied by number of B. Number of A means total number of elements in set A. So here we know in A we have total 4 elements, in set B we have 6 elements. Therefore number of A cross B will be 6 into 4, that is 24. So A cross B will consist total 24 such order pairs, that is called Cartesian product. Okay. Now we will consider one example, that is consider the grade they earn out of the class is set B. Here A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2 are what? Grades. Okay, now each student must be assigned a grade and can only be assigned one grade, but more than one student can get same grade. Okay, we hope so. We want lots of A's from math students from A group. Okay, so here in set A we have 4 students. So obviously Nisha will get only 1 and 1 grade, right? Similarly Khushi, Robbins and Sahil. So we will get 4 order pairs in above case. So that this particular case will consist 4 elements. Okay, so that is called relation. So basically what is relation? So let us understand what is relation. Relation is a subset of the Cartesian product or simply a bunch of points, that means order pairs. Let us take one example. If we have in curly bracket I have written the order pairs, that is -2, 1, then 4, 3, 7, -3. Usually written in set notation from with curly brackets. Now how can we represent relations? So there are plenty of methods to represent relations. Okay. So first relation is here x and here I have written value of y. Okay, so this is tabular form. When x is -2, y is equals to 1. When x is -2, y is 3. When x is 0, y is -3. When x is 1, y 4. Here we have x3 and y 1. Similarly, this point we can plot in a xy plane. Okay, in Cartesian plane we can also plot this point. Similarly, we can show this relation through mapping. So -2 is related with two numbers, that is 1 and 3. For -2 we are getting 1 or 3. So -2 has 2 arrows. Okay. Then 0 is related to -3, 1 is related to 4 and 3 again is related to 1. So these are the few notation how to represent relations. Okay. Now let us move further. Now types of the relation. The first type is empty relation. Now what is empty relation? We all know what is empty set. If a set does not contain any element, then it is called empty set. But here we are talking about relation. So same way we can say that an empty relation is one in which there is no relation between any elements of a set. That means the relation will not contain any order pair. In other words, we can say that there is no element of set A is related or mapped to any element of set A. Then the relation R in A is an empty relation. It is also known as void relation. For example, if there are 100 mangoes in the fruit basket, there is no possibility of finding a relation R of getting an apple in the basket. So here we are defining our relation by what? Getting an apple from the basket. So as the basket contains only mangoes, it will not get any we will not get any apple from that basket. Okay, that's why we can say that here R is a void relation as it has 100 mangoes and no apples. Second example, if set A is equals to 1, 2, 3, then one of the void relations can be, here I am defining R by all the order pair xy such that the difference modulus of x minus y is equals to 8. Now we know that relation is a subset of Cartesian product. So first of all, if we find A cross A, it will contain total 9 elements: 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. Now we know that if we take difference from any order pair, that is 1, 1 or 1, 2 or 1, 3 or 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 3, 2 or 3, 3, their subtraction is not going to be 8. Okay, so we can say that here R is a empty relation. Why? Because it will not contain any single order pair. That's why whenever R has no elements, we can say that R is a empty relation. Now let us consider the next, that is universal relation. A universal or full relation is a type of relation in which every element of a set is related to each other. Now consider set A equals to 2, 6, minus 1. Now one of the universal relation will be R is equals to all the order pair xy such that the modulus of that difference is always greater than or equals to 0. Now we know that the definition of modulus itself gives the positive or 0 value, right? So whatever I am considering A, either it is all negative number or all positive or combination of negative or positive number, every time that modulus of that difference is going to be either 0 or positive value. So here we can say that R will consist all the order pairs of A cross A. That means R is equals to A cross A. So these are the two extreme relation, either empty relation, that means R is equals to null set, or R is equals to A cross A. Now let us see the next type of relation. Inverse relation. Inverse relation is seen when a set has elements which are inverse pairs of another set. For example, if set A is equals to A comma B and C comma D, then inverse relation will be R inverse is equals to BA. We are reversing this element. Instead of AB, we are writing here BA. Similarly, here we have CD, so we are writing here DC. That is called inverse relation. Now, so for an inverse relation, R inverse is equals to all the order pair BA such that we reverse their order. So that will be AB. Okay. Now for example, I have taken here relation R. Sanya, she is a student of group A. Similarly, Pragati, she is from group B, Dhruv from group B and Raj from group A. Now if I want to find R inverse, so that will be A comma Sanya. Here first we are defining the group, whether they are from group A or they are from group B. So we'll write here A, then Sanya, then B Pragati, B Dhruv and A Raj. I hope you understood this. Okay, this is called inverse relation. Now next relation is reflexive relation. Reflexive relation, every element maps to itself. For example, consider a set A, 1, 2. So if we take A cross A, so A cross A will have 4 elements, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. Okay. Now an example of reflexive relation on this set A will be what? All the pairs R is equals to 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2 and 2, 1. Okay. So the reflexive relation is given by A comma A belongs to R. That means all the order pairs in which 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, if the set is like natural number, okay. So R should consist 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5 that way. That is called reflexive relation. Like we are seeing our reflection, okay. So that same element will come with the first element, that is called reflexive relation. We can also take one example from geometry of a reflexive relation. If we say the distance between 2 points is 0, okay, then that means the point will, it's like the point, if we are taking point 1 comma 2, so we have to find a point whose distance from 1 to is 0, so that will be point itself. Or we say any line, okay, so if we take any line L, then that line L will be parallel to that line itself. So in that case also we can say that the relation is reflexive. Okay, now symmetric relation. Now symmetric relation means if A is equals to B is true, then we know that B equals to A is also true. In other words, a relation R is symmetric only if BA belongs to R is true when AB belongs to R. So if we consider any relation, okay, for example, R has 1, 2, okay. So now if R also contains 2, 1, then only we can say that R is a symmetric relation, okay. Here set A equals to 1, 2. So for symmetric relation, what should happen? A is related to B if B is related to A. For all AB belongs to A. That means if any relation R contains 2, 3, then it should also contain 3, 2. Then only we can say that R is a reflexive relation. Or we can also say that x-axis is a perpendicular to y-axis. So similarly, if I interchange x and y, okay, order pair xy such that x is perpendicular to y. So if I interchange x and y, then y comma x. So what should happen? Y should be perpendicular to x. So yes, that is obvious. If x is perpendicular to y, then y is also perpendicular to x. So that is called symmetric relation. Similarly, for parallel lines, if I denote my relation by parallel lines, so if line A is parallel to B, then we can obviously say that line B is also parallel to line A. That is called symmetric relation. Now let us consider transitive relation. Now transitive relation is if xy belongs to R and yz belongs to R, then xz belongs to R. That means if xy, here this order pair is x comma y, and the next order pair is start with y, okay, y comma z, then xz should be in R. We can consider, or let us assume one example, that a line L is parallel to line M is parallel to line N, okay. Then can we say that line L is also parallel to N? Yes, okay. So that is called transitive relation. Understood? So for transitive relation, what we know is if xy belongs to R and yz belongs to R, these are the necessary condition. If we have 1, 2 belongs to R, then we must have one pair which start from 2. Why? Because here we are taking 1, 2. So this should start from 2. Then 2, 3. And then we will check whether 1, 3 is there or not. Okay. We can also consider one example that for, let us consider triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. And triangle PQR is congruent to triangle XYZ. Okay. Triangle ABC is congruent to PQR. PQR is congruent to XYZ. So can we say that triangle ABC is also congruent to triangle XYZ? Yes. Okay. Now equivalence relation. If a relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive at the same time, it is known as the equivalence relation. So if we are talking about the any relation which is what? Reflexive, symmetric as well as transitive, then only it is called equivalence relation. Understood? Okay. So today we mainly discuss what is relation and types of the relation. Two extreme relation we discuss is empty relation, that is void relation, and universal relation. Then we also discuss about the inverse relation. Then we discuss about the reflexive relation. Then symmetric relation. Symmetric relation means if xy belongs to R, then yz should be in R. For example, if you know the Madhuri Dixit, but Madhuri Dixit maybe she doesn't know you, okay? So that is not symmetric relation. So it is not necessary that every time your relation will be symmetric. It may or may not. Then transitive relation. Okay, if xy belongs to R, yz belongs to R, then xz must be in R, then only we can say that it is transitive relation. So equivalence relation is when the relation is reflexive, symmetric as well as transitive, then only it is equivalence relation. So in next session we will learn about equivalence class and exercise 1.1. Thank you.